Okay, I know it's technically fall, but there's still enough mild weather left for a good old outdoor Tennessee adventure. And here's a refreshing idea if you don't mind getting wet, really wet. Just head down to the Ocoee River for the beauty of nature and the thrills of whitewater rafting. It's just a bed of rocks when TVA's using it to make electricity. But when they release water from the dams, the river roars to life. And this gorge becomes a premier sports destination for kayaking and whitewater rafting.
The thing about the Ocoee is that it's so consistent. The middle section is something special. You know, it's just rapid after rapid. You're constantly doing something. After all these years, we've really figured out ways to make the most out of all these rapids.
That's Jake Rogers, a young yet veteran guide of Ocoee Rafting, the oldest of 22 outfitters along the river. Every season, owner Angie Arp welcomes thousands of adventure seekers, many of which are first-timers.
They're a little nervous to start with, but once they go, they come back, and I ask them, I'm in the office, I ask them, did you have a good time? Oh, we had a blast, we had so much fun. Once they do it and get over that nervousness and they feel comfortable with their guide, you know, they're fine.
After you check in at the Welcome Center and grab your gear, there's a group safety talk with a little bit of levity thrown in.
You'll find yourself underneath the raft. If you are underneath the raft, please come on out from underneath the raft, okay? There are exits at the front, back, and both sides. Pick one, but don't try and go up.
Next, the 5-mile ride upstream to the dam.
Show of hands, who has never done anything like this before? All right, well, this is real easy. This is called a bus ride. If you can keep your hands and feet inside the windows at all times, no running up and down the aisle, that would be phenomenal. Thank you very much.
Before the launch, Jake has a few more pointers for our crew.
And sit down into the further and tighter the better. Let me see what we got. Just like that.
Most rafts carry 6 people. Ours is only populated by our guide, Jake, a couple from West Virginia, Patrick and Angie, Paul manning the GoPro, and me.
We're gonna start off at Grumpy's Ledge. That's the very first rapid, and you really put straight into it. There's no practice time. You go straight into the Class 3 rapid.
The guides have nice little names for the places you encounter, like Broken Nose, Table Saw, and Hell Hole. There are only a few commands you need to know, like paddle forward, you hear that a lot, and another one, hit the deck, which you'd best obey.
Hit the deck!
The water level went down because I swallowed part of it. I didn't know we'd get wet. Of course, gotta enjoy it while you can.
We've got a new paddle command for you guys. It's called left side forward, right side back. Left side forward, right side back. So that means that Joe and Patrick, you guys are gonna go forward really hard. Amy and I, we're gonna go back really hard, and that's what's gonna spin us around all the way through this rapid.
Eventually, we passed the Ocoee's powerhouse. The river altitude drops about 250 feet on the 5-mile journey. The water level is always the same thanks to TVA, but the success of the ride is up to your guide.
It really comes down to a game of inches. I mean, it's inches of where you're keeping your boat to you know, stay on the right line and also work your people as little as possible. You know, I try not to get people huffing and puffing out there and just wearing themselves out. Before you know it, an exhilarating hour and a half has passed,
and it's the end of the line. You're a little tired, totally wet, and full of wild, wonderful memories that'll stay afloat for years to come.
Joe, it was great to have you, man. All right, good. I'm glad you guys enjoyed it.